Hey, what's going on YouTube? Rmmo25 here bringing you another game on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, and just as I told you today, I will keep playing the supposed to be good decks for this regional season. So this time I will be playing Virizion Genesect with Raichu, and my opponent this time will be SYFSEKKOUM. Yeah, that guy. Anyway, guys, let's go and check the battle. This will be a very interesting battle, if you ask me. I will flip heads, that's good, that means I get to choose if I go first, that is a mulligan, that is never good, and I have a very decent start, I decided to lead with my Pikachu, just because what I need is a Virizion. Yeah, I need a Virizion, and if I'm able to have Pikachu as my active Pokemon right now, later I will be able to evolve into Raichu, then I will get free retreat, and I will not waste an energy. That is always good. So that will be my line of action right now. And as soon as my opponent decides what is he trying to do, okay, now. There we go, Pikachu as my active and Genesect on my bench, and I know I will be going first, so I really don't have to worry. Right there, I really don't want to attach that grass energy, but I will do it anyway. I played three, what's it called? The energy switch. I played 3 energy switch, so most likely I will be able to draw one of them soon, I hope. And by the way, my opponent will be playing Yveltal with that thing in the bottom on his bench. Yeah, Garbodor. He'll playing Yveltal Garbodor, and right here, pretty decent start. I have a Juniper, that will be good. I had access to Laser, too bad I could not get that Virizion City Gym that I needed. That is never good. Anyway, well, the first turns, we were having some kind of lag, as you can see, so my opponent will be playing a little slow. That Hypnotoxic Laser is tails, and looks like Hypnotoxic Laser does not love any of us, because none of us got heads. So I decided to bench that other Virizion just because I want to keep at least one Virizion for every occasion, and I will even bench my Buffalo because I know that Buffalo will be able to take knockouts, so I want to keep that around. And since most likely he will be playing either Darkrai or Yveltal, at the moment I did not know for sure. Buffalo will be able to one-hit knockout Yveltals. Not the same with Darkrai, but I can deal with that using Genesect. Here comes the TCE on Buffalo, and as you can see, my opponent is really drawing completely dead. And it's not that I'm drawing that good either, but my current situation is way better. Right there, that catcher was maybe trying to get my Buffalo out as the active Pokemon, because that way I will not be able to Emerald Slash soon, so thank goodness it was Tails. As you can see, coin flips really did not like us anymore. So right there, he finally gets that Beerbank City Gym. There goes the tool into Buffalo. So now I have to start worrying about everything. I finally get a switch, so that means I will be able to Emerald Slash, I will power up a Genesect, and I get another Pikachu. That's good. We love when we get Pikachu. Right there, I wanted to keep that DC in my hand so I could have my options open for whatever I need to. And I will simply go for that Emerald Slash into my Genesect. That way, if he decides to put a tool on his Buffalo and knock out my Virizion with the combination of Hypnotoxic Laser, Mold Breaker, and Muscle Band, which by the way he already has, that Buffalo will not be taking a Megalo Cannon, and Garbodor does not appreciate damage. So he really needs right now to wait. That is the only way that he will be able to win right now, because Well, as you can see, he's really drawing nothing. He goes for that random receiver, gets a Professor Juniper, and look at that, that is very sad. And right there, he had to Juniper anyway, so it doesn't matter if he plays that Hypnotoxic Laser or not, it will be doing nothing because he has no tool at the moment on Garbodor. And here we will see a Mold Breaker for a lot of damage. Yeah, a lot of damage. Last turn I could have played my, what's it called, my Tool Scrapper, but I really did not want to waste a Tool Scrapper against a Garbodor deck. Not right now, there was no tool on Garbodor, so there is no reason to go for that. And right here I'm going to let this, what's it called, Virizion die. Yeah, I will power up Pikachu, because now that I know that he plays Yveltal, not that I didn't know to start with, but now that I know for sure, Pikachu will be a threat to his deck. So the more Pokemon I get, the better for me. And I'm completely okay giving up these two prizes right here. As you can see, my opponent is deciding what to do. He has a very good hand, a very big hand instead. So maybe he has a lot of options. As you can see, there comes a tool, here comes a Sableye. And since he's playing Garbodor, obviously he's playing a very heavy Sableye line. And since I'm playing Virizion Genesect, he does not want to be able to lose. Because he is left out without Garbodor, which will be the case if I'm able to get Tool Scrapper and Red Signal into a Garbodor. So my opponent really will not appreciate that. That's why he goes for that Trubbish and he gets that tool right there. He's able to Dark Patch another energy into that Yveltal, and here comes another Yveltal, and that means my Raichus will be having a very good day. Seriously, if there is something Yveltal does not want to see, that is Raichu. So right here I decide, okay, I want those energy back, I need those. Since I already know that I don't have any other grass energy on my deck, so I need to retrieve that with that Super Rod, and I didn't want to give up any unnecessary prices, and my Raichus are like gold right now, so I decided to promote my Buffalon because looks like he's playing just Yveltal with Garbodor. If he played Darkrai, I think he will have gone for that already. So now that I know that he's playing just Yveltal, that means Buffalon is expendable, but Raichu is priceless. So I cannot give up Raichus. That is something I cannot do. He promotes Garbodor, the obvious choice. Well, he could promote Trubbish too, but he wants to keep the biggest Pokemon as his active. Anyway, most likely this Buffalon will be going down. And if he gets a Muscle Band or a Darkclaw, which by the way I don't think anyone plays Darkclaw at this moment, he will be able to get rid of this Buffalon with a single White Cyclone. That is not good. Too bad, right there my opponent was able to get rid of my energy, and that is something I really did not like. But that end will gave me that Tool Scrapper, that will be good. At least that is what I think. So right here I have to promote that Raichu, and look at that, I top deck a Pikachu. That is just great, because that means now I don't need to commit a lot of resources or give up this Raichu in order to knock out this Yveltal. This Yveltal will be going down. And right here I go for a Colress. I have no reason not to do that. I will be drawing 8 cards out of that Colress, and that is just great. There goes down an Yveltal just like that. That is always good to see. Well, if you are the guy that is playing Yveltal, that is not good to see, but if you are on the other side, obviously it's lovely. And my opponent most likely will promote again his Garbodor, because that thing has free retreat cost, and maybe I should have played that Tool Scrapper right there, but I don't know. I didn't want that Sableye coming up because I didn't want to lose my Raichu. And here my opponent does a very good play. That hammer right there was huge, because now that means that I cannot G-booster anything my opponent wants to promote. That is not good. Not good for me, at least. I guess that will be payback for for what do you for the knockout on the last Yveltal. Most likely right here my opponent will try to knock out this Raichu, but I already have, yeah, I have a lot. I really have a lot right here. You'll see, if he lets that Yveltal as active, I only need one energy into my Genesect, and that is GG. So he cannot do that. Really, he cannot do that. That Hypnotoxic Laser is Tails, and that is huge, and you will see why in just a moment. Because that will allow me to get a retreat into my other Raichu. My Raichu right now will not be dead, and I will be able to get rid of this Sableye. So that means now I have only one prize, and there is nothing that my opponent can do at this moment to prevent me to taking my last prize. I have an energy in my hand. Most likely my opponent will play an N, but no, I think he already wasted his 4 Ns. Let's see, and since he's deciding what to promote, I cannot check his discard pile. I found out that the hard way, because I kept, as you can see, I keep clicking on my opponent's discard pile and I keep getting nothing. Yeah. So I need to wait until my opponent promotes something that will finally allow me to see my opponent's discard pile. And I only need to see if my opponent has run out of N. And I think he has. He has played a lot of N lately. 2 of them being horrible to me. Yeah, because that last N was awful. Thank goodness I was able to draw my last my Raichu. If not, I don't know what will have happened right there. And as you can see, the lag is an issue again. Now I can finally check my opponent's discard pile. There is 1N, 2N, 3N, and 4N. And by the way, I like the Pokemon League Ns. The Dark Patch will most likely go into the already half power Yveltal, but at this moment I have the energy on my hand. I really do. Even if he gets heads right here, there is no reason for me not to get rid of anything. So right there my opponent goes for a huge Juniper, letting himself with only 2 cards in his deck. There comes the Muscle Band. I really have no idea how will he take 3 prizes before I take 1 more. Especially since, as I told you, I only need 1 energy in order to G-booster whatever. So at this moment the game is already mine. He goes for a Bicycle, he decks himself out, and in the end he will concede because there is nothing that he can do. He was looking for something, and that something I think will be Darkrai, but judging from the huge amount of Yveltals that he's playing, most likely he does not have a Darkrai, and if he has one, if he plays Darkrai, that will be just one. Anyway guys, that was the game, a very interesting game, in my opinion. I hope you think the same. As usual, Yveltal does not appreciate Raichu. If you want to have a counter for Yveltal, Raichu is just huge. Really is huge. As you can see, Yveltal is scared of Raichu. Well guys, that was the game as usual. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to see more content. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.